しそうな時も愛する人のために輝いてたくて So much was right Keep そういつかキャッチャー君の心の声に答えてあげたくて太陽
Alright, what is happening, YouTubers? S4J finally back again, bringing you the coolest battles of yesterday and today. And I have an OU tier match here today to showcase to you guys in preparation of the PMP tournament that's upcoming next week. So I have to, practice a little bit. I can't be going around using Basculin and Unknown anymore. So, I have to prepare myself because people are going to be bringing in Thunderous and Landorus and, Excadrills. I gotta prepare myself for those kind of potent threats. So I have requested an OU match, and here we are. My opponent's going to lead off with the Politoed, as I do the same thing actually, right? I initially start things off by using Focus Blast, thinking that he was going to take advantage of me having Politoed out and going straight out to his Ferrothorn, right? So I'm like, okay, I know I can probably take this time, set up the entry hazards with my Fortress, but unfortunately he makes a double switch on my switch as well, and goes out to Toxicroak. Even though I do carry the Earthquake, it is kind of potent for me to try to stay in, I guess, to deal with the Toxicroak, because he could like bulk up, considering that considering that Fortress's attacking capabilities aren't necessarily too high. So I'm like, okay, let me just switch right out, and I don't necessarily want to have my sturdy ability broken just yet, so I switch right back out into Politoed to try to encore it, I guess, to see what he will, want to lock himself into. Probably try to take advantage of, Politoed, since I can't hit it with Focus Blast, since it's part poison, and I can't hit it with water type of attack since it has dry skin, so, it's like, okay, I'm cool, I'm chilling, I'm about to set up that little substitute and that bulk up. This is kind of what Toxicroak is kind of telling Politoed. I'm doing a little bit of dialogue here if you guys didn't catch that joke. But anyway, I'm gonna bring in my Fortress, right? As it goes to the initiative Drain Punch, right? So I'm like, okay, I figured that this is the perfect time for me to set up entry hazards. In this case, he takes full advantage of me having the Fortress in play, right? Goes straight up to his Latios. I'm like, okay, something? I'm gonna go for the Gravity right away, hoping that this thing isn't like Choice Specs in a sense. But, it's like, okay, I probably didn't even know the damage. So I'm like, okay, I don't even know if it's Choice Specs. I'm hoping that it wasn't Choice Specs because, all I was thinking about was surviving so I could get up to Gravity. As of this point, I still don't even know if it's Choice Specs or not. I mean, wow, you figured somebody, I know one of you viewers is like, come on, Kashib, like, look at that damage, man. It's Expert Belt, but hey, what the hell do I know? So anyway, I'm going to go for the Gravity, right? And lock Latios in as I go for the Shadow Claw, thinking full well that because I have the Choice Band, I'm a Duck Trio, and the stereotype of Duck Trio, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to be able to finish this thing off with the Shadow Claw, but that doesn't happen. It's like, how disappointing. And then to add insult to injury, I'm like, okay, something? I figured out he's Choice Specs, so I could bring in my Politoed, get a nice switch off, and, something like that. But he shows and reveals to me that he's Expert Belt. So, something? I'm sick and tired of this Latios. So I'm going to force the switch out, right, as I bring in my Deoxys Speed, right? He goes out into his Gastrodon, which is something like, lately, is when I don't use it, is when I don't have something for it. Every time I don't have something for Gastrodon, I always see it appear against me. Use against me. So I'm gonna go for the Psycho Boost, right? And judging by that damage, I'm like, okay, yes, as long as he doesn't recover this turn, which is something I would have personally done. But I'm like, okay, I'm confident that this thing could kill it off, even though I did have a -2 special attack drop, because Psycho Boost is initially 140, and the drop means that it's 70 base for that particular turn. So 140 plus 70 is 210, as opposed to 90, which is Psychic's regular base. 90 plus 90 is 180. So 210 is obviously more than 180, but he survives by a smidgen of what? Wow. And he's Resto Chesto at that. Add insult to entry, and my Deoxys Speed bites the dust, and Gastrodon is looking at me like nothing happened at all. So I'm just going to try to scare this thing off, thinking that, making my opponent think that I did have the Grass Knot. Hence why he went out to Politoed to try to take the Grass Knot, because Politoed, has a more special bulk than a physical bulk. So that's why he went out to Politoed initially. So he's going to withdraw, right? Just testing that theory to see if I did have the, what's it called? The, Oh wow, the grass knot, right? I make the predicted switch, which is nice. I was thinking like, I was initially actually thinking that he would go straight up to Latios, right? Because Latios is the most potent thing that I have to face. But I make a nice play, go for the Stone Edge, finish the Latios off, which is amazing. So now he brings in Ferrothorn to try to, try to scare me off or something like that, or whatever. But I'm like, okay, I'm staying in. I'm still that genie, you know what I'm saying? I still got my 3 wishes. I'm +4 now with that Earthquake, so he's gonna try to inflict some damage with me. Unfortunately, that he misses with the Power Whip, which is unfortunate for him because I was a little bit afraid of the Power Whip. I think Power Whip is a 2-hit KO on the standard 252 Jolly set. Correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, I don't play Pokemon every day, so things that I should know sometimes I really don't, and other times I act like I have ADD and all that other stuff. Oh man, I don't know what's going on. But all I know is that this Earthquake is a definite 2-hit KO on this Ferrothorn, which makes me considerably happy. And that was the wrong adjective to use, which makes me hella happy. There you go. Something a little bit closer. But anyway, all I know is that that's a dead Ferrothorn, and now we're up against Politoed's dead. We're up against Toxicroak, and since I'm faster, naturally, and I'm going to be able to finish that off. But then again, yeah, I was going to be able to finish it off because I got scared initially because I didn't even remember what item it had. I'm like, wait a minute, it recovered twice before, and that's how I remembered that it had leftovers. So he's going to bring in that thing. I know it's going to die, even if it doesn't die from the 12% taken by the Stealth Rock. I am initially faster than it. Since I haven't taken I'm sorry. Sorry for stuttering. Smoking on that cash with my speech whereas that's concerned. But anyway, since I haven't taken too much damage with the Landorus, I know I can survive a bullet punch or whatever, even if it was choice banded. But whatever. What am I talking about? Oh my gosh, flinch! I'm flinching with my speech. Anyway, this is a clean sweep with Landorus. Wow, I need to go see a doctor. I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys had fun. Peace. What you doing? What is my voice doing? And it's nostalgia time. Here we face Gary straight after he beat the Elite Four in Pokemon Red and Blue. So let's go. He's supposed to be the most powerful trainer in the world. Nah, no, he's not that scary. Anyway, I'm gonna lead off with that nice Ice Beam, but I forgot that. I mean, it's only been about maybe 3 years since I played like Blue, so I forgot that he had Mirror Move and he could just inflict you with your own move. Goes to the Sky Attack, finishes off one of my Dragonairs, right? So I'm just gonna go into my Slowbro, just try to increase my special, right? He's gonna go for the Amnesia. Stop mimicking me. So all I have to do is just Ice Beam, finish that thing off, which is amazing, and now I have super high, mega awesome special, and it's not doing anything to me. What are you doing? Go for the Fire Blast, finish this thing off. He goes to right arm, right, and I have the Ice Beam. Finish that off nicely. I am +6. That's how the way it was. He goes for takedown, right. He has to inflict me with physical moves in order to take me out. Goes for Executor, stomp, nice, whatever. Go for the Ice Beam, finish that thing off. Slowbro doing some serious work on his team. He's left with Blastoise already. So much for the strongest player in the world. Anyway, I'm just gonna go for the Amnesia, right. Increase it again. Go for the Thunderbolt as he goes for the Hydro Pump. Finish this thing off. Well, I thought it would, but finish this thing off, and looks like you're not so scary after all. So I hope you guys definitely had a lot of fun. Viewers, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Definitely had a lot of fun. Peace. What you doing?